So creative mode may be coming very soon to Fortnite. So in this creative mode you start off in a lobby. So once you're on the lobby, you're greeted with a select a server menu. You can join a friend's server or create your own server, and servers can hold up to 16 players. You can have it as invite only, friends, friends of friends, and so on are included for these servers. Now once you're spawned into a creative server, players are placed in a hub-like area which contains rifts, featured and personal worlds. Featured worlds seem to be selected by Epic Games and will be to showcase unique modes, maps and more. Now when I see these spawn, it kind of looks like if you played a Minecraft PC server when you're loading one with all the different game modes, and it's kind of like that. Once you activate a rift, it will greet the player with the ability to choose from one of 4 islands within their world. Saves are intended to be somewhat of a save option so players can make progress then come back to an island at another time. A rift can be found toward the edge of the island which allows the player to transport back to the creative hub. Islands come in all shapes and sizes and terrain, but it's not yet known if these are customizable, nor is it known if they are present or randomly generated. You can also fly by double tapping spacebar or be double tapping X or just double tapping the jump button on console and PC. This allows players to quickly and easily navigate around the island without needing for resources. So you're given a phone in creative mode which allows them to edit the world and objects within the world. It seems this phone is nearly limited in terms of what it can interact with. Even the concrete driveway can be edited to a player's liking. The phone has ability to move, copy and erase whatever is selected. So think of it as Minecraft where you can build what you want. This is like that, and you can save it as well. So while creative mode is practically limitless, there is a memory limit which prevents the player from filling an island to the point in which the game would crash. Different objects will use different amounts of memory. The player is not expected to easily hit this limit, it's just placed as a safeguard to ensure a good player experience. Once your island settings are set, you can then select start minigame. This will reset the players within the island using specified settings. Once the game is started, players no longer have access to creative options and are able to play the game legitimately. Destruction calls once the game has started is not carried over to the creative mode. This allows players to create their islands and minigames and reuse them without the need to set things up each time. A reset island to original state button can also be found in the island tools tab. So depending on the game mode selected, once a minigame has begun, players can view the game stats scoreboard to see the current standings of all players. For example, in deathmatch, stats include team, eliminations, deaths and assists. Opening the inventory reveals multiple tabs where the player can select the building blocks they would like to use. Tabs include Prefabs, devices, weapons, consumables and chests. Prefabs contains pre-built structures from both in-game and Epic Games. Think of these as templates showing what is possible or starting points for your larger builds. There are prefabs for obstacles, courses, buildings and props. Equipping an item adds it to the player's inventory. From there the player can select the item in the hotbar. This will either grant the player a throwable, which will spawn the item into the world upon impact, or the ability to directly place the item wherever they want. Props, which are spawned via throwables, are not bound to the normal grid which building typically is. Props can be selected using the phone and then placed or interacted with at any location. So when the prop is selected, you are granted copy, push, pull, rotate clockwise, rotate counterclockwise, rotate axis, rotate, reset, drops, grid snap. Grid snap includes a 16 by 16, 8 by 8, 4 x 4 and 2 x 2 grid to ensure the prop is placed exactly where it is wanted. Obstacle courses can be found in the prefab tabs of the inventory. A multitude of different courses can be found for those who are not interested in building their own. Individual pieces can also be selected from obstacle courses, prefabs using the phone to allow for custom courses using new items and building parts. Multiple new traps are available in creative mode which are not present in Battle Royale. The respawn pad allows players to set the point at which they will respawn after dying. Respawn pads can be tweaked to only respawn a specific team. Vehicle spawn pads allow the player to spawn shopping carts, quad crashers, golf carts, and so on. Upon destruction, the vehicle is respawned at the pad. Damage traps are yet another new trap which will knock back the player and deal 5 damage if the player collides with it. Ice blocks are similar to existing chiller traps, however the effects do not last as long and they modify the terrain with any icy texture. Speed boosts are rather self-explanatory. When the player walks on the speed boost, it will send them in the direction it is facing. Speed boost can be configured with a low, medium or high effect. Scoreboards can be used to keep track of the score in minigames. Bouncing on either leftmost or rightmost bounce pad will increment the score displayed on respective sides by 1. Jumping on the middle bounce pad will reset the score. The timer allows players to set a countdown for a specified amount of time. Once time up, a sound is played and the timer displays 00. The time amount stretched from 1 minute to 20 minutes. Time begins when the player jumps on the bounce pad. So the weapons tab in the inventory allows the player to equip any rarity of any weapon in the game. Faulted weapons are not included at this time. So ammo, grenades, healing and utility items can be found in the consumables tab of the inventory, as in the case of the weapons tab. Folded items are also not included in this. Players are given the ability to create chests with any loot of their choosing which can be placed in any position. It's not yet known at this time what the limit is for the amount of items in a chest is. Items are added to the chest via the previous inventory tabs. The players then has the option to choose whether they want to create a chest or a llama. Chests and llamas work the same way by using the phone. It's also not yet known when creative mode will be releasing. Most probably tomorrow in season 7 release update, or an update after that, but they might announce it at the Game Awards. But anyway, that's the creative mode coming to Fortnite. You're excited for it? Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video.